Hi guys, John here, Mr. Forex Fire. So it's toward the end of the week. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. But today I've been having a little bit of fun because Fridays I tend to just have a bit of mess around on the charts and sort of sharpen the skills and look at some stuff to see if I can sort of bring something further into the group, you know. And today I've been sharpening up on some of my pattern trading, and I started a new account off today with a paper trading account, I should say. So as I do when I'm forward test editing, I always put stuff into place but use paper trading demo, so then I can try and mess around with stuff to see if the data I get back is going to be worth the while of me bringing it into the group alongside the other stuff that I've shown you. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you something for now, something I've been messing around with. The account's slightly down at the moment, but I just need to gather some more data, to be fair. Share the screen. Get that handsome face a bit bigger. There we are. So you can see I've got a line chart on at the moment. Okay, we can flip it back to the candles that we want to, but I always start off on this particular thing. I'll start it off with a line chart. And this is all centered around what we call M patterns and W patterns. So you can see here I've got an M pattern here. Okay, so as we get an M, I'm creating from a low structure to a high. We've got a big engulfer move out, but then I've got a zoned area here, which is used with the Gann Box. Okay, with some nice secret numbers I use at the moment, but we wait for a return back to this area to see if we can get a sell-off. Okay, now you're seeing here I've got 3 trades on at the moment. I've had a couple of trades in today. One of them got violated and dropped the account down, but now we're bringing the account back very nicely. Start this up at a 10k account. 3 trades have just become activated. The problem is it's coming towards the end of the trading week, towards the end of the trading day as well, so the movements are going to be slow anyway. But as you can see on here, I've got a sell limit order ready to take place on here. And we've got our money zone, as I like to call it, within the Gann Box to revisit a structure point. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly run through a couple of things. Let's get this on. Get my face on there. Right, so you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 setups. 3 of them have ended. There was one end of the day, but it violated the account. So something else I'm testing with. When something gets violated, we can flip the box, wait for that break of the box, and then a retest of a certain zone within the Gann Box. Okay, but again, something I'm doing right now where I'm just collecting the data for now, just to see if I can make it any use to actually put it for further forward testing. So if we just get onto this. This is the one I've got set up at the moment as well, waiting for a return back. It hasn't come halfway down, so we'll probably cancel that one off. We've got one here which is in a trade at the minute. This one's about 40 odd pound in profit. You can see we came up, a lot of sort of consolidation, and then a spike up breaking this high. Okay, and then the big engulfer move out. So when we get this, we're setting up the Gann Box with certain, like I say, numerical numbers, and then we're creating a money zone, okay? And we're waiting for price to come back to test these areas, these zones, and then getting a buy or a sell-off, okay? This one's worked perfectly today. Again, I could possibly move this into sort of profits, like move the SL into profitable areas. So if it comes back, it knocks us out, we'll still be in profit. But the baseline that I want to do, I just want to see how far I can push this at the moment. So we've got a 40 odd pound profit in there. I'm waiting for it to come down to the W here and an overall target area around about 200 odd pound again. I'll probably close that out if I get halfway through to that, to be fair, because we can also take where the liquidity resides on here. We just scroll down again. I've got two orders on here. Okay, I've got a buy limit, which is on the bottom, and I've got a sell limit. If I scroll into this, we can see we've got a nice M pattern here. We come down, we broke the structure here, come back up, we didn't quite break the structure here, and we didn't break the structure on this range here. So this has formed a nice M pattern. Then we had the engulfer move. So I'm structurally put that as a zoned area with the magic fibs, or I see a magic fibs with the magic Gann box with the areas in here, waiting for a return back to price possibly on there. This will give a nice risk to reward. I would love to see this come and test that first, because then I will get the sell-off to come down into the buy limit. At the moment, price is coming back up to reach into this at the minute. A nice 17.21 risk to reward on that. Going into the bigger one, we just scroll out to the bigger one, which is a risk to reward of around about 1 to 45. Yes, the likelihood of getting that is going to be hard, but again, we just take partials on the liquidity residing areas. Very minimal stop loss on this, but again, this falls back onto the last area where I had a W pattern. Okay, you can see on here, got the W here formed, we've got the lower, and then the lower high. Okay, or the lower low, sorry. So we scroll out of that, which go on to the next. Again, none of them have ended. I'm just anticipating where them patterns are to see if they bounce off one another. We'll scroll down. Again, a beautiful one here, but it didn't quite reach the price, to be honest. Didn't quite reach the price. We've got the nice M here. Come here. We got lower, poked up, breaking the structure, come down, didn't get a break of any structure, struggled, and then we got a nice sell-off from up here. So again, got the Gann box on this, a little bit of a swing point. Now, I'm going to be showing this a little bit more in due course. Price came up to try and retest, didn't quite get there. We were about 5 pips off from an entry. We can see what happens. Well, like I said, I'll just let it ride. If this had ended, we would have had like a 1 to 10.52. And the one, if we come on the sell-off to go to the buy, you're going to be getting around about a 1 to 11.22. Okay. Scroll down the next. This one, I wasn't quite sure on this one, so I didn't set a limit order on this one, I don't think. Or this might have been the one that lost the deer. Looks like we've just had a 4th entry on that noise. So nothing's ended, or we've missed out on one trade on here, to be honest. Let's take a look. So it's a GBP odd. That'll be coming down in a moment. So we'll go to the USD JPY. The USD CAD, sorry. We're in profit here, $12. It's come in, it's wicked beautifully. Okay, again, nice M pattern, big M on this one, to be fair. So the structure wise, we've held it on here, engulfed out of here. Do it from this range, from this high to this high here. Wait for price to come back. This is your money zone here. You see where the yellow bit is? It's come back in. It's wicked, very beautiful. It's wicked to the pip on that. That's fantastic. Nice bit of profit at the minute with around about £12 odd. Okay. Euro card. Again, I've got a limit order on a buy. There's our W pattern. Okay. So I'm going from the structural low to the lower low. Okay. As we come down, this has, let's get this on here. That should be around about there. That should be around about there. Come back out. Got our stop loss of around 3 pips. Like I see, I'm stress testing this at the moment. We'll see if we can get a touch, and then a buy, a range of around about 1 to 12.91. We'll see if we'll get a touch on that. We've got the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Again, this is just showing you just how good these zones are, this technique with a Gann box. Okay, we've come in, we've pipped into this entry, a couple of dollars profit or a couple of pound profit. This takes us into the one that we just entered now. Now, this is one I was testing because I knew I lost on this earlier, right? Okay, so I was expecting a buy on this earlier. Okay, it violated it, so I flipped the box round, so you can see on here. we've got the zones on the bottom. The zones would have naturally been on the top, but because we've broken and violated it, the zones are flipped on reverse. Get the violation, we'll get the zones a little bit closer to where it's brought the liquidity to get the retest. It's come back and it's retested. We'll just see whether it's going to hold. But again, I can see we've got an area here as well. So it could be that it's going to come to this bit, okay, and then break down. We'll just see if this will structurally hold from this area, okay. So a few quid down on that. The GBP NZD again. Let's get rid of that, change the character thing on there. Now we've got a nice M pattern here. You can see comes up. Couple of sort of support areas where we've got the touches with the wicks, or the shark fins as we call them, because on the line chart. This is our money zone here. There's three zones within this, okay? 3 zones, 3 layers, and I'm just waiting for price to come to touch and then drop off. So that's a 1 to 6.26, and the USD JPY again. This one I've just basically put on not long ago. Got the M pattern. We've had the break. We should be waiting for a break structure on one of the candles. There's a break here. Okay, it's coming back up. It's going to possibly touch in soon. Go back on the line. And then we've got a risk of reward of 1 to 6.95. So at the moment, we're down a bit on the account. Started 10k, we're about 40 quid down. That's on the profit floating, profit loss floating. We're around about 40 quid down. Overall, it's about 80 quid down. Risk per trade I'm taking at the moment is around about, depending on how many trades I've got on, it'll be a 0.25% risk of what the balance is. Because I've got this number on, at least half of these I'm only risking a 0.15. So I'm trying to keep within a couple of sort of percent risk for a day trade, because obviously we know when you're doing prop firms and things like that, you're going to be looking around about 5% daily drawdown. So I'm trying to keep it tight with regards to only risking 1% between a higher end of 2% on the day, okay. And that's it, guys. Let's just take a look again. Starting to come down and eating into that first day of trying this. From there, it's just something I used to trade a while ago with regards to pattern trading, which is the W pattern or the M pattern. There's many different forms of these patterns. So let's take a look. Let's get this on here. These are the sort of entries and patterns that I'm looking at, to be honest, okay? So you're looking for these sort of areas, and you're going to be pulling the Gann box between these, okay? Where these are, but there'll be more of this to come as time goes on. Again, I've just got to collect the data to see what I'm finding from what I'm doing with these trades, okay? And then I'll just put more into the Discord as time goes on. See where we are. Again, I've done this video. Okay, this video has been done quite late on a Friday, 6:30 on a Friday night. The market's more or less dead. So I suppose doing it this late throughout the day, we can see what it's like while the markets are at its lowest volatility, to be fair. We'll pick this back up on the Monday and see how we go. And I'll just continue to do these trades. What I'll possibly do come Monday morning, I'll possibly kill all these trades that are not active, and then probably, so in fact, I'll keep them live, I think, just to see if price will come to them. The trades that are live at the moment, I'll just let it run its course. And because it's demo, it's going to do no harm to let them trades hold over the weekend to see where we are, okay? And then not collect enough data, and then we'll take everything from there, guys, okay? So again, like I said, both profits, equity, open profits, we're about 40 odd quid up. So overall floating, we're about 30 35 quid down. Overall, we are about 80 quid down. Again, it's not detrimental. It's just letting me using the risk management with a method and a technique to see what kind of sort of figures we can pull out the bag. Okay, because there is a bit of a smart money element involved with this as well, but there'll be more to come as I collect the data. Okay, guys. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you all later. See you later.